There's something very interesting. There are many photographers out there spend hours every day perfecting their portfolio or posting on Instagram. But at the meantime, they ignore something that is way more important for them, which is website. What is a website? I don't mean just some random page with photos and contact form, telephone number. I mean a website that is properly set up that actually will work for us. So in this video, we're going to discuss how can we properly set up our website that will help us to bring clients and turn our photos into money. Okay, before we jump in, first I would like to address why website is important. I mean, there are many ways you can showcase your work. For example, Instagram, like others, Facebook, there are many social media. There are many places you can showcase your work. But why website is more important than that? Because compared with social media, website has a huge advantage. You own it. You might think you own your social media account, but actually you are at the mercy of the algorithm. Because social media, they kind of treat you like their potential customer they can make money from. If you want your post reach to more people, you have to pay. If you want to get discovered, you have to pay even more. But on the website, it's different. Some people may argue like, okay, aren't you website at the mercy of the search engine? Well, it's right or wrong. It depends on how you set up your website. If your website is not properly set up, that nobody gonna find it, then the only way to get yourself discovered will be pay Google. Then the only way to get yourself discovered will be paying Google and run Google ads. But I mean, that way, Google kind of treat you as a potential client to make money from. But there could be other way you work with Google. That you provide Google with a good content, that's something that their user will love. When that happens, Google actually treats you as a partner because it's truly a win-win situation. Their user find the content they love, they make their user happy, they will keep coming back, and you got more visitors. So when that happens, Google will be more than happy to put your website on the top of the search page without charging a single dollar. So how can we do that? So basically, in order to make our website work, we need to make sure that our website can achieve two main functions. The first one is bring us visitors. The second is turn these visitors into customers. Let's start on the first one. When we're talking about get more visitors, we're not talking about any visitors. We're talking about the visitors that potentially can be our customers. So basically, the most important thing on a website, the first thing that you have to figure out before you even set up your website is figure out what is the keyword that you should run for your website. Many people, photographers, when they set up a website and they just choose the name of the website with their name plus photography. And that's actually probably the worst way to set up your website because unless you're a celebrity photographer and nobody gonna search photography using your name, so the way you get discovered is almost near zero. A good recommendation will be just think about what kind of photography you provide and then what area you'll provide your service. For example, if you're a family photographer, wedding photographer, you're located in, for example, my city, Vancouver, Canada, then Vancouver wedding photographer or Vancouver family photographer will be a very good start for you to play with your keyword. And then in terms of keyword, and there could be many variations for certain type of keyword. And then it's hard to predict like how exactly the user they're gonna use put on when they do the search. So we need to use some tools. And in terms of keywords, there are free tools and there are paid one, but it's totally fine just use a free tools. Google offer keyword research tool and keyword discovery tool, which help you to find the related keyword. Then also more important, help to figure out, okay, what kind of keyword have more search volume, and then based on what area. So these are very useful information. Once you've done enough homework on keyword research, you have a pretty good idea what keyword you should target. And that's absolutely the foundation of the website because without a clear idea what keyword you want to target, and you absolutely have no way to optimize your website because everything is around the keyword. Google need to understand what's your website about. Or in the other word, you need to tell Google what your website is about. So keywords are very important. Of course, once you get a keyword figured out, doesn't mean everything's done and Google will automatically put you on the first page. You need to do a lot more other things and they could take a long time. And for example, you need to keep building, you could either writing blogs or getting more backlinks and then keep optimize your website and then updating photos, everything. Keep sending a signal to tell the search engine that your website is more related to this certain keyword. So the search engine will more likely to push you to raise your ranking, and eventually you achieve like you got more organic traffic into your website. And these are going to take a long time, but start with getting the right keyword. If you're still using your name as a website, it's time to change it. If you haven't started a website yet, do your keyword research right away. So now we talk about the keywords. We basically cover the area that like, okay, how what we should do to bring more visitors to our website. But if we just come visitors and none of them gonna purchase anything or book a session or anything, none of them are gonna spend any money on our website, it's still like we achieve nothing. So the next thing is we turn these visitors into clients. So then how we can do that? Well, we need to think about what the potential client gonna think when they come to our website. The first thing they're gonna think about when you come to your website is nothing about like, okay, your photo or anything. They just wanna confirm they're at the right place. They search something using a search engine, and then Google gave them a list of websites. They click on your website, and then when they get to your website, the first thing they want to see is, am I at the right place? So for example, if you're promoting like a portrait photography, or you're doing commercial photography, product photography, you're taking photos for food or something, like you need to first have a really clear title saying what you do and what area of service. That's pretty much your keyword. So this serves two functions. First, it confirms the visitor they're at the right place. The second, also send a strong signal to the search engine that this is what your website is about. And right away, you need to have a hero image or a very nice online gallery. This is when your portfolio play a very important role, and to let people confirm they're at the right place. And then after that, people usually gonna think, okay, so now I'm in the right place, then why I should choose you? This is when you need to list all the features that provide. For example, if you do portrait photography, are you offering makeup? Or are you only shooting in studio, or you do both in studio and on location? If you do business portrait, and many of the clients they have no experience in front of camera, do you offer any guidance in terms of expression and posing? If you do commercial photography, and do you help the client to build a shot list? So when the photo should actually start, everything will be really well organized. So all these things, it just like add extra things and to make people think, yeah, you're different from the other photographer. You're not just another photographer. To give them more reason to wanting to work with you. And then right after that, at this point, there are probably a lot of people they're wondering, okay, then how much you charge? So in terms of pricing, they're using there are many different ways, but in general, there are two ways to handle that. And first, if your pricing is very competitive, just put your price there right away. If your target is some high-end clients, then you probably want to spend a little bit more time to show your client that actually you're worth the extra money before you give them the price. But still, you need to be transparent about your pricing. A good idea will be just give a start point, like your session start from this number, something like that. Don't let people searching for, okay, exactly how much this guy charged. If they couldn't find the information, they will leave. Okay, now with people gonna get an idea of how much you charge. Now the next thing they want to know is exactly what's the process. You need to explain clearly from the booking to the shooting and to the final delivery, the details of everything. So the more information you put in there, they'll be better. At least serve two functions. The first is that the visitor will have a much better idea of after they pay you what's gonna happen. That definitely is a good thing. The second thing is that when you explain the process, you will using these keywords naturally. You mentioned either portrait photos, family photos, or commercial shoot, photo shoot session, things like that. These are keywords. So these are just like in a very natural way to send a signal to the search engine to tell the search engine what's your website about. So this actually will help your ranking, and then in the long term, we're gonna bring you more visitors to your website. So it's a very natural way to populate the keyword on your website to show search engine you are more related to these keywords. And of course, it gave the valuable information to your customer. So far, everything looked good, but many of the visitors, they're still not convinced that they should just pay you. And then they always gotta, the next question they're gonna ask probably like, how can I trust you? This is when social proof come very important. I know that for some photographers just started, it will be very hard, but we all need to start somewhere. Like for me, I start with 0 reviews. The good practice is always be whenever you're doing a photo shoot, even if you just do something for building a portfolio, didn't charge people anything, get them to write a review for you. And then set up a Google Business account. That way allow you to take reviews. And then these reviews not only gonna help you to build your social proof, so build a trust. At the meantime, again, it helps the search engine because Google will look at these reviews as well. When you get more reviews and when Google see many people saying good things about you, and then Google believe you're a better service provider. So now people, they see beautiful photos, they understand your pricing, they know what's the process, everything, and then apparently you have some good reviews, and then something like they make believe they can trust you. Now is the final step, is how they can pay you. For some reason, many photographers make this step extremely difficult for users, and usually you have to either send them an email or give them a call or something like that. But nowadays, people just don't like, typing an email or pick up a phone, dialing a number, spend another 5-10 minutes talking with you on the phone. People are more used to this like an online shopping experience. Place stuff in the shopping cart, check out, and everything confirmed. You need to do everything you can to make this process as easy as possible. Like the best way will be, like for example, if you want to charge a session fee, if you want to, like, people can schedule a session with you online, the best way will be you show your calendar online and people can easily pick what day, what time, and then they can just click and pay either the deposit or the session fee, or they can even pay the package. Everything they can do it online without you getting involved at all. Actually, trust me, in this part, most time people don't want you to get involved. They don't want to call you or email you. They just want to get it done. So make this as easy as possible. So now we cover all these key components. These are the things that your visitor need to see. If any information of lead is missing, they will leave. And then this will actually damage your website performance. Think about it. If you fail on the first step, if people come to your website, they don't see what they want to see, or they're not sure if they're going to the right place. What they're gonna do? They're gonna get off your website. So this, not just you lose the opportunity to turn one visitor into a customer, you also send a negative signal to the search engine telling them, okay, maybe next time I shouldn't recommend this website to the user. So yeah, you need to make sure you lay out all the information right there. In terms of this, like, there are two ways of design website. So one way is sometimes like when people go to the website and they see a hero image and with some like a marketing slogan with a button, either learn more or something, or check portfolio or contact, things like that. And then once they click, they can see more photos, they can see the other information like a booking, a social proof, stuff like that. The other way is when they go into your landing page, they just see all the information right there directly. For me, I personally recommend the second way for two reasons. The first is, if you had to take an extra step, usually there's an extra chance, like when people go in there and then if for some reason they don't like the hero photo there, they exit, you lose the opportunity. So if you have everything in there, at least there's more information, and then they can read these more information. And then it's always better they can get everything they want in one page without having to click anything. That's more convenient for the user. The second thing is, because you provide more information, so usually people will spend more time to read the information, look through the photo, check your social proof, and then they can stay on your website longer. And what that means your information is valuable. So this information actually will send back to the search engine. They say, okay, whenever people go to your website, they seem to stay on your website for longer time. Then that's a strong signal to tell search engine your website is good. So for that reason, I recommend your landing page is just going to be one page. You provide all the information there, from the social proof, from the process, from the pricing, from booking, everything, portfolio, everything's in there. The other thing I want to mention about these things is like there are so many components in there, like in terms of pricing, the social proofing, and the process, everything. It doesn't have to follow certain procedure, and in the meantime, sometimes certain things that need to show up on your website multiple times. For example, the final part, which is how clients are going to pay you. Usually it's a button like a book now button or a place a deposit. You want to put this button, spread out this button all over the website. So it's make it very easy for people to click and book a session with you. So definitely it's not just like a one button on the whole page. And then when people decided to pay you, they had to scroll the page and try to find that button. Make it very easy for them to find it. And sometimes you might want to put the social proof a little bit in the beginning, or sometimes you might maybe, like for example, if you want to, convince people more before you show them the pricing, maybe you put the social proof in front of showing the pricing, things like that. Be flexible with it, and then try to shape things around and test to see use the other thing is the Google Search Console, which gives you some information about like how many impressions your website got and how many clicks you got. Just see like once you make some change, if there's any change on in terms of performance on your website, make adjustment. So now you're ready to launch your first website and you already have a clear idea what keyword you want to target and then what the layout of your website gonna be and the design, what photo you're gonna use, everything is figured out. Then what you're gonna do next? Well, you need a good website builder. Now, let me introduce you to the sponsor of this video, Pixpa. Pixpa is all-in-one website builder. So what does all-in-one means? It provides everything that you're gonna need to start your photography business. Let's just go through the list that they provide for us. First, there are many different types of templates that you can choose from, and many of them are specifically designed for the photographer. So once you choose your favorite template, and then you can design your website using the layout and everything you already pre-planned, and everything is pretty much a drag and drop. Once you have a very clear plan of what keyword you're gonna use, what photo you're gonna use, what's the layout of the website gonna be, and then what type of wording you're gonna put on your website, set up your website can be less than an hour, and there's no need to write any code. And of course, your website needs to be optimized for the search engine for SEO. And then there are many tools available there for you, which allow you to update and create, like for example, the SEO title, your site description, your page title, your page description, and then within the page, there's the header and then the H1 title, H2 title, and these things will allow you to have a very clear structure so that the search engine can better understand the structure of your website. That will be a big boost for your ranking. And Pixpa offer all these tools which allow you to easily optimize your website for the search engine. Not just that, there are many marketing tools available for you. For example, if you have a certain promotions, you want to put it on a pop-up window when people visit your website. Maybe you want to offer them some free download or discount code or something. You want to use a pop-up window. With Pixpa, you can easily set it up. Or announcement bar, like if, for example, you have a mini session during the Christmas or things like that. Or you're offering a free guide for your corporate clients if they want to plan a photo shoot, something like that, and then collect email. So all these marketing tools are available in Pixpa. Receiving money is an important part. We talk about that. So e-commerce functionality actually is very important for any website, because we need to make the clients, make them very easy for them to pay us. You probably offer different type of sessions, you sell different package in terms of photos, and then you take different type of amount of deposit, depends on the session. You can make it very easy. You set up an online store using Pixpa, and then you set up all these deposit or session fees as different digital products. So people can actually choose what they want, put in the shopping cart, and then just using credit card to pay everything online with no work, with nothing that you need to do. Everything is happening behind the scene. And then talking about the delivery part, and once you finish the photo shoot and you need to deliver the photo, and it's definitely you don't want to use Google Drive or something like that. It doesn't look professional, and also it's not secure. Pixpa allow you to create a very professional looking online gallery, and then you can choose to put watermark there or something, and your clients can choose to order single photo or a group of photo, or they can even order print. Everything will be handled behind the scenes. You don't need to do anything other than receiving money. So back in the old time, we to do all these things, we used to have like 2 to 3 different websites to handle this. We need something to as a website builder to build a website, and we need another subscription to do the online gallery. Then if we run like say WordPress, we probably have to purchase different like plug-in for SEO. All these things actually can cost a lot of money. Just to give you an idea, some of the normally like a website builder, they start with like a very basic, maybe $10 a month, but basically it's a very basic thing. It doesn't include e-commerce, doesn't include the marketing tool. You can now run analytics to see the traffic, everything. So nothing, just very basic. It starts from $10. If you want all the bells and whistles, it can quickly go up to $60 a month, which include the e-commerce with the marketing tool and website building. And these $60 doesn't even include the online gallery. For the delivery part, if you need to have online gallery, you need to pay even more. So that's a different tool you have to go. That's another $20 to $25. So you can you can see this can almost cost you up to like $100 a month just to run your website. For some people, maybe this is not a big deal, but for people, they just start doing their photography business, this actually is quite a bit. But Pixpa actually, not just they offer everything in one package. You don't need to have 2-3 different subscriptions. Everything's in one place. It's very easy to manage, and the price is very quite competitive. Their lowest package is around like $5 to $6, and then my website is showing Canadian dollars, so US dollars $5 to $6, and then their highest package is around $25. And not just that, at the moment they are running a promotion for 55% off, so the price is very competitive. If you choose Pixpa, you definitely gonna save a lot of money, especially considering you're gonna run your website for many years. And of course, if you're still not sure, they offer 15 days free trial. You can give it a try, see if you like it, and then they have a 30 days guaranteed money back. So you definitely feel safe to play with it. And for me, I think this is a very good option. So if you love photography and you've been doing it well, you should consider doing photography as a business. I'm not saying you have to quit your job and then do this full time. And photography business is perfect for a side income. But no matter you're doing this full time or you're just doing it as a part time, have a good website that is properly optimized for search engine and properly designed so you can better convert your visitor into a customer is very, very important. This video by no means is an in-depth SEO tutorial or website design course, but if you follow all the advice I provided in this video, you build yourself a solid foundation for a very strong website that will work for you 24/7 and turn its visitors into clients and keep helping you to make more money. All right, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.